Hi guys. So once again, I really want to thank everyone. I'm so touched by your wishes. You're so great. I couldn't wish for better clients. Like, yeah, here and there I will have some client that's not in alignment with what I am about, but for the most part, and this is no coincidence, I'm sure all of my clients are amazing souls. And yes, I do believe that I was meant to come here for those people, for you guys, for the amazing ones. Um, so, first of all, I want to thank everyone who told me that I'm pretty and beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It especially means a lot when I hear it from girls of color. I'm Eastern European, so I'm not sure if that's the correct term. But I find, women of color so gorgeous. I'm a pale white girl, pale white blonde girl, and I think that women of color are just gorgeous. And when I see you guys, when you send me your photos, right, for the spells and stuff, I always think, wow, look at those lips. Like, you girls make me want to get lip fillers. I'm not gonna get them because I'm not um I'm not the kind of person that's obsessed with looks or anything like that, but you do kind of make me for a second think, wow, look at those lips. I wish I had, just bigger lips, basically. Um, you really have great lips, girls, okay? And everything else, but the lips, oh my God, like amazing. So that's number one. Thank you. It's such a compliment coming from you because I think that you all are so much prettier than me, right? And as I already mentioned, one of my very dear clients did the Akashic Records reading for me, and it resonated a lot. A lot of those things, of course, I already knew, but some of it was like either a confirmation or a really good advice, and I appreciate it so much. I appreciate her taking the time for doing this for me. um and you know I already mentioned, she told me that I came in this earth, in this place, right, where we are at the moment, recently, basically, um exactly 41 years ago. So is that recently? I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah. And that, I'm actually from the angelic realm, and that's really beautiful to hear. Number one, I don't want to brag about it at all, but I will say that a lot of it resonates, and I don't mean it in a braggy way, because it has, like, already was talking about in my audio about what it's like to be a witch. It's it's not easy at all, and it's not a life that's like um usual life, let's call it that, typical life at all. It's really not, and it can be really hard. And it resonates so much. And I've had it, I've had it read before from other people as well. in the same way. So I am pretty much aware of it. And how do I put it really? I always felt like I am an old soul, but also new in this type of life. So even though I have the wisdom and abilities, and I knew that I'm ancient, I also always knew that I was not, this was, I always knew that this was like my first earthly life. And I do think it is, honestly, as a human being in this earth. It always felt like that to me. And a lot of the things that are like normal here are not normal for me. I have to say that. And I'm not like, I mean, you already know I'm not like most people, which I don't see as a bad thing at all. It's a bit, hard to accept, and for others around me it was hard to accept, my family and people near me. But like I already said, I don't think that I was meant to, have a lifetime partner or be a mother. And it resonates so much with from where I came from. uh it is hard, and it does hurt, and I was always aware it's not for me, and I never really thought I would ever, you know have those things that most people crave. And I always knew that, don't get me wrong. And I always knew that my path is different, and that it's just not meant for me, that I'm here just to help others basically, and not here to, let's say, grow. Like, you know most of humans are here to grow as souls and to learn lessons. And absolutely, I am also here to learn some lessons and some things, don't get me wrong, but I'm not here to experience certain things that are, let's say, goals for most humans. So the stuff that I do, the love workings and things like that, those are just things that are not meant for me, that are meant for me to help others, but not, myself, because that's just not part of my experience on this earth. And she did, the client, right, she did touch upon this, and I definitely, just intuitively know these things already. And sometimes it was hard for me to kind of admit them to myself. There was always some sort of hope and some sort of thinking maybe I'm wrong, which is basically just fooling myself, right? But I was always aware of these things. Don't get me wrong. Always, always, always. I think since I was a child, definitely, since I can remember, I knew. I knew. And I kind of did touch upon that in my audio about what it's like to be a witch. And a lot of you reached out, and you were really nice. Were really nice about it, and told me that, if I wanted an ordinary life, that's okay. But the truth is, it's not meant for me. That's number one. And you kind of can't go, you can't go in the opposite way. And if you try, which I have in the past, it's just not gonna work out because that's not your path. So it's been like that for me with careers and also with relationships. Um, and if something is not meant for you, and I don't mean like a person or something, because usually people are here as lessons, as karmics. I mean, if a path you take is not meant for you and you really insist on it, it's just gonna, it's just not gonna work out. And you will always, at the end up where you're meant to be, on the path you're meant to be. And that's what happened to me. And, you know, you just have to accept it, even if you kind of wanted something else. It's important to be on the right path that your soul is meant to be on. And yeah, I understand that it's not always easy and not always what you would maybe wish. And the question is it really your wishes, or is it just something um that you were like that you learned to wish because it's something that most people wish, and it's something that's like the usual here. And it's probably not your true desire. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I feel and know, because it was never my true desire to have an ordinary life. Although I think ordinary life is a beautiful life. It is. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm like, oh, I don't want an ordinary life, it's ordinary. No, I think ordinary life is the most beautiful life. I truly do. And I think it's just not for me at all. Like I said, I'm not from here, basically. But regardless, I do think it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful life, and I do feel sad sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is just not in my cards. Let's say it. Um, but I'm also so grateful and so happy that I can help others achieve their goals and their wishes and their relationships and get their exes back and their careers and all those things. It's a blessing, and I'm aware of it. And of course, unfortunately, I can't help everyone, which also I'm gonna say is another thing that does bug me. I always say nobody can help everyone, nobody can do everything. Um, and it just seems when I say it like it's this fact and that's it. But it honestly does hurt, especially when I have a beautiful client that I really connect to, and I get to know, and I really want to help, and I do my best, and I do a lot. I honestly do. I do try for all of you guys. I'm sorry, I'm tearing up. I just a second. I honestly do. I do my best. I hope you know that I do everything I can, and I give so much energy and so much love, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Sorry, sorry, I didn't mean to cry. It's my birthday. I shouldn't be crying. I'm sorry. Sometimes, it just doesn't work, and it's not in my power, and there are some greater forces why it can't work. And, we have to accept it. But, when my clients are disappointed and when they are sad and when their hearts are broken, I feel it. I'm an empath. I feel it, and it hurts me as well. And I don't talk about it as much, because I try not to get into my vulnerable state. I've always been the type of person that was not showing the weakness on the outside. um I'm an Aries sun. Maybe it's got something to do with it. Also Scorpio moon. But I feel comfortable showing my vulnerability with you guys. I usually don't feel comfortable showing it to people, but I resonate with you guys so much and connect, and I feel safe just telling you some things about what it's like to practice, what it's like to be a witch, what it's like to just be different. And I know that you accept me the way I am, and that's so beautiful. And I feel blessed, and I feel safe. I feel safe in this environment, which is really important for me and for every human being to feel safe. And a lot of our issues come from the fact that we do not feel safe. Also in relationships, when we have any kind of issues, it comes from us not feeling safe. Something is not the way it should be. Our needs are not being met, and we do not feel safe. So you do make me feel safe, and I'm opening up more and more. And I, as I told you, when I was a child, my mother told me to not talk about all of this because people are gonna think I'm crazy. And it kind of stayed in my brain because, as you know, everything stays in our brains. We talk about it so much in this channel, and that's why I do have a problem opening up. Also the fact that I'm let's say it's not really. I'm different, let's say different. And it also makes it hard, because most people don't understand, don't support, whatever you want to call it. And it's just better to kind of try to fit in. And yeah, I guess. So this client also, when she was doing my reading, she told me something that I have been thinking about doing for a long time. And it's because I do feel safe with you. I do feel like I can do it. So she said that I should actually open up more and talk more about some topics that are, I guess, very important. Some things that I know about why we're here, why everything's happening, and just some secrets of the universe, basically. And I wanted to talk about this for a while, but then I was like, it's hard for me to open up. And I was thinking people are not going to be interested. They're just interested in, getting their exes back, getting the spells done. But then I was like, I have so many beautiful clients that actually, I mean, I talk to you guys, and I connect with you guys, and I can see that you are like, most of my clients are so bright, so clever, which makes me so happy, and are interested in these things. They understand these things, and they're interested in growing. You are basically, I'm talking to you, right? You're interested in growing, and I think that maybe I should do more content about, other topics, not just our spell work and getting decks back and the things that you really reach out to me for, but some more stuff. And it could also help a lot with your spells, absolutely, because it's all connected. So I was thinking that, if you would like to, I could share my knowledge, and I would be comfortable sharing it with you, which, is not easy for me. And, it's just not. I'll be honest. It's not easy for me. I did also have a hard life, and a lot of you did as well, as I've learned getting to know you. I had a hard childhood, really hard. I was bullied severely. I think I mentioned it in a few audios already, and it's not a problem for me to talk about it, but details are not important. I was bullied severely for, a big chunk of my life, especially childhood, and that's when we are, influenced the most. That's just a psychological fact. I did not have the best parents, but most people don't. So it's not like we should be in victim mentality for that, but it will definitely leave a mark. And just my life in general, uh, it it led me to where I am now, and that's where I'm supposed to be. And I really feel that this is where I'm supposed to be, and like some other things, such as the relationships, are just not something that's meant for me long term, at least not. And it was hard to accept, don't get me wrong. It was hard to accept because, like everyone, I also, I crave love. We all do, and that's one of the reasons why I do what I do, to bring you love, to bring you love back, to make you happy, to, just bring your loved ones back. And, just realizing that it's not part of my path was painful, and is painful still. I mean, I get it, I understand it, I know why, I totally get it, but it still makes me kind of, I guess a bit sad. And the thing about kids, I do love kids, and I always knew I was not meant to have them, always, and I never really wanted them, but still, it's kind of like I like them, I love them, and I don't know if any of this makes sense to you, but it is a bit hard. And those are some of my struggles as a witch. Let's call me a witch. it's a term we use, right? Let's call me rich, and I do have my struggles, and it's not easy. And your support means a lot, means a lot. It does. And when I help someone, when I get a positive review, when I get your messages, that's basically my soul's purpose. That's why I'm here. So it's something that makes me obviously happy. That's those are the things that make me happy. You guys make me happy, and I just know the point of this whole long audio. I've been blabbing for, oh my god, I just looked and it's been like 25 minutes. Sorry. Well, the point of this super long audio is that I love you, and this is me being really honest. I love you. You are my purpose. I will never give up on any of you. And we can do everything. And maybe not like get the exact person back, but we can do so much other things. And yeah, I'm gonna make audios about all of that because you're so special. You're special souls, and I'm sure you've been chosen for me. And I want to teach you. I want to teach you some secrets of the universe. You already learned some, but I want to teach you more. And I know you're going to appreciate it, and I know you're going to grow from it. And that's why I want to give it. So basically, thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you. And I'm tearing up again. This is why we're having these long pauses, because it's hard for me to talk when I'm almost crying. But yeah, I really want to thank everyone for being on this journey with me, for learning, and I promise you it's gonna mean so much for your souls, and it's so much more. All of this is so much more than just getting your ex back. This is just a small part, and it's just so much more.